Heart Smart Home Cooking is brought to you by the Heart and Stroke Foundation of Manitoba, finding answers for life. Welcome to Heart Smart Home Cooking. Today we are joined by the Nutrition Manager for the Heart and Stroke Foundation of Manitoba, and that's Christine Hood. Christine, it looks like we're going to make something very yummy today.
We're making cookies. We're making a chewy cinnamon oat cookie today, and it's a very easy to make recipe. We only need one bowl, and the cookies taste great and they're low in fat.
Okay, so how do we get started? What ingredients are we using?
We're going to add in some of our canola oil first of all,
okay,
and we're going to mix that in with some sugar,
all right,
and get that going right away.
Okay. Now, what makes these type of cookies different from, say, the ones right here, which are store-bought cookies?
Store-bought cookies are often very high in saturated or trans fats, and saturated and trans fat, as we know, tend to raise our blood cholesterol levels, and high blood cholesterol is a main risk factor for heart disease and stroke. So with 10 Manitobans dying every day from heart disease and stroke, reducing our intake of saturated and trans fat can help to lower our risk. So getting back to these store-bought cookies over here, just one serving of store-bought cookies can contribute up to 25% or even higher of your day's intake of saturated and trans fat. So you really have to watch the labels on those cookies, or better yet, make your cookies at home. And that way you can control the amount of fat that's going in and the type of fat that's going in.
Okay, so we've added the white sugar, the brown sugar, and the canola oil. Now we're adding vanilla, is that correct?
Yep, this is some vanilla that can go in there, and we're going to put an egg in there as well.
Okay, and because we're not good at cracking eggs, we did it beforehand.
Did it ahead of time.
We didn't want to make a mess. So we mixed this stuff up and continuing on here.
So we are using a canola oil in that recipe today, and canola oil is a good choice to be making for everyday cooking because it's very low in saturated fat. And as you can see on the comparison chart over there, where the red color indicates the amount of saturated fat in various oils, canola oil actually has the lowest amount of saturated fat. So it's a good choice to be using for everyday cooking and baking.
Okay, so another nice thing about this recipe is it's really simple to do, and you can get the kids involved with it as well.
That's right. It's very simple. All we're doing is adding a variety of ingredients, and the kids would just love to get their hands in there.
Okay, so next is...
So next we're going to add in the rolled oats.
Okay.
And we're going to add in some flour, some baking soda, and some cinnamon.
All right.
Cinnamon is going to give us a nice flavor in that recipe.
Okay, so it's coming out rather dry, but that's the whole goal here.
That's right, yeah. We're actually using an oil for the fat in this recipe, which we don't always think to do, but it is certainly something we can do.
So there's no shortening or
no,
lard,
that's right.
which is,
There's no,
again, the hydrogenated.
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
So the oil will provide the moisture that we need to produce the nice, soft, moist cookie that we'll end up with.
Okay, so once we get this all done, how do we bake these?
We're going to be putting these in the oven at 375, but the nice part about this recipe is not only are they fast to make, they're actually fast to cook as well. So they're only going in for 5 minutes into the oven.
Okay, so we can add...
So we're going to add in our dried cranberries and our coconut, a little bit of coconut to add some extra flavor. Now, if you don't have dried cranberries, certainly raisins are also a good choice to make, whichever you prefer.
All right.
And we're going to mix those around, and that's going to be just about ready to go.
Okay, I'm just going to get
the
electric mixer here.
Might need a little more power to finish off here.
Yeah.
I'll give that a zap.
Okay. Hopefully it doesn't go everywhere.
Yeah.
Now, we were talking earlier about using oils and healthy oils, and I noticed that on the baking tray that we're putting these on, you have parchment paper. And I guess that's so we don't have to use extra oil on the tray itself?
Yep, that's right. The parchment paper is very convenient. You just put that on. You don't have to add any extra fat to your pan, and your pan's a lot easier to clean that way as well.
There we go.
So those are looking great. So we're going to just take the scoop here and scoop out a nice little level cookie here, and we'll be putting these into the oven, and that's all there is to it.
Now these look tiny, but it's good for the serving.
They do
size.
look a little tiny, but they do grow a little bit in the oven, so they will be a little bigger than that when they come out.
Okay. Now, just for the beauty of television, we decided to, instead of having you wait to see the results, we already have some pre-cooked over here.
And here they are. And this is what the cookies will look like when they come out. And again, they're a nice, soft, chewy cookie. So when you break them apart, there's no crunch. It's a nice, soft cookie. And they're ready to go.
So that, and again, we must impress that you don't want to overcook them.
Yes.
You want to keep it at around the 5-minute mark.
That's right, 5 minutes. And those cookies may not look quite done when you take them out of the oven, but just let them sit for a couple of minutes and they'll be good to go.
Terrific, Christine. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, if you want this recipe or any of the other recipes we've covered, during our segments here, you can pick up this quick and healthy recipe the whole family can enjoy, recipes the whole family can enjoy, booklet from the Heart and Stroke Foundation, or you can download it from their website, www.heartandstroke.mb.ca, or give them a call at 1-888-473-4636. Christine, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
This Heart Smart Home Cooking segment is made possible by the generous support from the Manitoba Canola Growers Association.